Respect is not a gift to be begged for nor a favor to be granted. It is a sacred right that belongs to you, simply because you are. The moment you stand tall and claim your rightful place, you set in motion a powerful law of attraction that magnetizes respect toward you like a lodestone calls the iron. Begin within the sanctuary of your soul, where self-respect is forged like the strongest steel. When you look in the mirror and declare, I am worthy, I am valuable, I demand to be treated with honor, you ignite a flame that cannot be extinguished by circumstance or the opinions of others. That flame becomes a light that draws respect effortlessly. It is not arrogance, it is divine self-acknowledgement. Know this, what you expect is what you manifest. The universe does not argue with your beliefs, it simply obeys. If you expect disrespect, you will receive it. If you expect kindness, dignity, and honor, you will be showered with them. Your thoughts are architects, and your expectations are blueprints. Build wisely. Demand respect by first living it, breathing it, and embodying it. Let no one trespass on the sacred ground of your self-worth. And when you speak, speak with the unwavering courage of your convictions. Set boundaries not as walls to isolate, but as gates to protect the treasure of your spirit. Speak your truth boldly, for silence breeds invisibility, and invisibility breeds disregard. To be respected is to be seen and heard in your fullest, most authentic expression. Remember the power of your words. They are spells cast into the world. Daily affirmations of your dignity, your right to respect, are not mere hopes, they are commands to the universe. Speak them with faith. I deserve respect. I receive respect. I am respected. Watch as these words ripple through your life, changing the currents of interaction and raising your frequency. Finally, understand this sacred spiritual law. Respect flows in divine reciprocity. When you honor yourself, you teach others to honor you. When you cherish your worth, the universe responds with the esteem you have planted in the garden of your heart. Demand respect, not with fury or force, but with the quiet, unshakable confidence of one who knows that respect is not earned by others, it is claimed by your own sovereign spirit. Rise up, claim your throne, and demand the respect you deserve, because to do less is to deny your divine birthright. Let the world witness your power. The time is now. The respect you seek is already yours. What you allow in your life becomes the foundation upon which all else is built. The universe is a mirror, reflecting back to you not only what you give, but also what you accept. This is the profound truth of the law of expectation and manifestation, a law as exact and unwavering as the rising sun. When you consciously hold the expectation that you will be treated with respect, when you refuse to tolerate anything less than honor and dignity, you are not merely wishing for change, you are declaring a powerful spiritual command. This declaration is heard and answered by the unseen forces that govern your world. Imagine for a moment that your mind is a garden. The thoughts you nurture and the beliefs you water are the seeds that will grow into the realities you experience. If you plant seeds of doubt, insecurity, or low worthiness, then you cannot expect the flowers of respect to bloom. Instead, weeds of neglect and disrespect will take root and choke the life out of your potential. But if you plant the seeds of high expectation, unwavering supplication, and confident demand for respect, your garden will flourish beyond your wildest dreams. The law does not differentiate between hope and certainty, only the vibration of your belief. The stronger your belief in your own worthiness, the more quickly the universe aligns to bring it forth. This law is not passive. It is active and alive. It moves with the momentum of your thoughts and the force of your feelings. If you live resigned to being overlooked, ignored, or undervalued, then the energy you emit invites more of the same. People and situations will reflect that energy back to you as if responding to a summons. But when you change your expectation and demand respect in every interaction, the tides of your life turn. Doors that once remained closed begin to open. Voices that once ignored you begin to listen, and the atmosphere around you shifts. Respect is not something you wait for. It is something you call forth with the power of your mind and spirit. Many fail to realize that respect does not come from others, it flows from your own internal decree. When you claim it as your birthright, you are not asking for a favor. You are asserting a truth. This is the difference between begging and commanding, between pleading and proclaiming. When you walk into a room knowing you deserve to be respected, your entire demeanor changes. You stand taller, speak clearer, and carry yourself with a magnetic confidence that others cannot help but notice. This energy of expectation is contagious and persuasive, influencing how others perceive and respond to you. Expectations shape your reality because they shape your behavior, and behavior shapes the way others treat you. If you expect respect, you act in ways that embody respect. You listen attentively, speak kindly but firmly, and refuse to engage with those who diminish your value. This behavior sets an energetic standard, a code that others learn to honor. If you do not hold yourself to this standard, then how can you expect others to? The law of expectation is relentless, unforgiving, and true. It honors only what you declare and embody with unwavering faith. Your life will be a reflection of the expectations you set. This is the sacred alchemy of manifestation. By holding the highest expectation of respect for yourself, you transform your external world. The invisible currents of energy realign, and what once seemed impossible becomes your daily experience. You become a magnet for honor, dignity, and admiration, not by chance, but by the deliberate and conscious exercise of your will and faith. Respect is never handed to those who shrink back in silence or yield in fear. It is earned, not through confrontation or aggression, but through the quiet, unwavering courage to stand firmly in your truth. To command respect, you must first possess the courage to set boundaries, clear, uncompromising lines drawn around your spirit that say, this far and no further. These boundaries are the energetic fences that protect your dignity, your peace, and your power. They are not walls of isolation, but gates of protection, allowing only those who honor your worth to come near. When you hold these boundaries with firmness and grace, you teach the world how you expect to be treated. Many people confuse respect with submission, believing that to be respected they must be agreeable or invisible. But nothing could be further from the truth. Respect comes from being seen, heard, and honored exactly as you are and as someone else wishes you to be. This requires bravery, the bravery to speak your truth even when your voice shakes, even when the crowd does not cheer your words. Speaking your truth is an act of sovereignty. It is a declaration that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs matter, that you are a force worthy of attention and honor. Boundaries are the physical and emotional lines where you say no to being diminished or devalued. They are the statements you make when you refuse to tolerate disrespect, manipulation, or indifference. This is not about aggression or confrontation, but about clear communication and firm intention. When you articulate your boundaries calmly and confidently, you send a message that you respect yourself enough not to accept anything less than you deserve. This message travels beyond words. It radiates through your posture, your eye contact, and the energy you carry. It is a signal that you are not a passive participant in life, but an empowered creator shaping your destiny. There is a spiritual strength in speaking your truth that cannot be measured by the applause of others. Sometimes, standing in your power means standing alone, but that solitude is the birthplace of respect. When you refuse to shrink yourself to fit others' expectations or to avoid discomfort, you ignite a fire within a fire that burns away doubt, fear, and limitation. This fire is visible to all who encounter you, and it commands respect in its purest form. People are drawn not only to the words you speak but to the energy behind them, the energy of conviction, integrity, and self-love. To cultivate this courage is to understand that respect begins with self-honor. When you honor your own feelings, needs, and values, you create a solid foundation upon which respect naturally builds. You become a living example of what it means to demand dignity, and others are inspired to honor that example. It is not about forcing respect from others, but about inviting it by the authenticity of your presence. Your boundaries serve as a sacred contract between you and the world, an unspoken promise that your worth will never be compromised. When you stand by this promise with unwavering resolve, you become a beacon of strength and clarity. You draw to yourself those who uplift and cherish you, and you gently repel those who seek to diminish or disregard your light. This is the dance of respect, a dance led by your courage, choreographed by your truth, and performed with the grace of a sovereign soul who knows their value. Words are not mere sounds or scribbles on a page. They are the very building blocks of reality, the magical tools through which we create and shape our world. Every word you speak, every affirmation you whisper or declare boldly, sends ripples through the unseen fabric of existence, weaving the tapestry of your life's experience. The power of words is ancient and profound when harnessed with intention. They become spells that command respect, dignity, and honor into your life. Consider this: your subconscious mind listens to every word you say. It does not judge or question. It accepts these words as truth and sets to work creating them in your life. If you speak with doubt, "I am not worthy of respect," you plant seeds of limitation that grow and manifest as reality. But if you declare with conviction, "I deserve respect and receive it now," you are planting seeds of empowerment and transformation. These words are spiritual seeds sown in the fertile soil of your subconscious, waiting to blossom into the external reality of respect and recognition. Affirmations are not mere wishful thinking. They are declarations of your inner truth and your right to claim the life you desire. When spoken regularly and with heartfelt belief, they reprogram your mental and emotional patterns, dissolving old barriers and replacing them with unshakable faith in your worthiness. Repetition is the alchemical key. Through constant reinforcement, your mind rewires itself to embody the reality you affirm. Over time, these affirmations become the soundtrack of your soul, echoing through every cell and inspiring your every action. Imagine standing each morning and affirming, "I am worthy of respect. I carry myself with dignity and grace. I command respect effortlessly." These words become a sacred ritual, a daily invocation that sets the tone for how you move through the world. You begin to notice how your posture shifts, your voice grows stronger, and your presence deepens. This is no accident. It is the manifestation of your spoken word, taking form in your demeanor and your interactions. The universe responds to your declarations, aligning circumstances and people to reflect the respect you have claimed. Words also serve as shields, protecting your energy and your boundaries. When faced with disrespect, the power to calmly and firmly articulate your truth is a mighty weapon. The words you choose can diffuse tension, assert your worth, and elevate the conversation to one of mutual dignity. Mastering the language of respect is mastering the art of commanding it. Your words shape not only how others see you but how you see yourself, creating a feedback loop of confidence and honor. Never underestimate the spiritual potency of the words you speak to yourself and others. They are the architects of your destiny. To demand respect is first to speak it into existence with clarity, faith, and passion. Use your words as sacred affirmations, planting seeds of respect in your mind and heart. Watch as they grow, not only changing your external reality but transforming you from within, a radiant embodiment of the respect you have claimed. Respect is a sacred exchange, a divine dance of energy flowing freely between souls. It is not a one-way street but a powerful current that moves in reciprocity. What you give, you receive. What you honor in yourself, the world honors in return. This spiritual principle is as ancient as the stars and as universal as the heartbeat of life itself. When you fully embrace and embody this truth, you unlock the secret to commanding the respect you deserve. To respect yourself is to plant a seed in the fertile ground of your spirit that grows into a mighty tree, whose shade shelters and nourishes all your relationships. This tree of self-respect stands tall and unwavering, symbol of your inner strength and clarity. When you honor your own worth, your needs, your feelings, and your boundaries, you send a powerful signal to the universe. "I am whole. I am worthy. I demand to be treated with dignity." This signal resonates far beyond your personal sphere, influencing every interaction and connection you have. The universe is an intricate web of energetic exchanges, and respect flows like a sacred river within this web. When you give respect to others, when you listen with an open heart, when you acknowledge their value, when you honor their boundaries, you activate the law of reciprocity. This law returns to you tenfold, often in ways you do not immediately see but which manifest with unmistakable power. The energy you invest in others creates a magnetic field that attracts respect back to you. It is a cycle of honoring that raises everyone involved, creating a harmonious balance of dignity and appreciation. However, this principle is not about self-sacrifice or diminishing your own worth to please others. True reciprocity in respect requires balance, a mutual honoring that uplifts without losing yourself. When you respect yourself first, you create the foundation for healthy exchanges where respect flows naturally and abundantly. Without this, self-honor or respect from others becomes conditional, fragile, and fleeting. But when you root yourself in the certainty of your own value, respect becomes an inevitable part of your experience. This spiritual reciprocity also reminds us that disrespect is a reflection, not just of the other person's attitude, but often of a disturbance in the flow of respect. When disrespect arises, it is a call to examine whether the current of respect is flowing clearly and strongly within you. Are you respecting yourself fully? Are you setting and maintaining your boundaries? Are you honoring your own truth with unwavering commitment? The answer to these questions can restore balance and realign the flow of respect in your relationships. Respect, then, is both a gift you give and a gift you receive. It is a sacred energy exchange that nourishes the soul and elevates the spirit. To demand respect is not to demand it from others alone, but to first embody it yourself, to be the living example of the dignity, honor, and grace you wish to see in the world. When you do this, you become a beacon of respect, drawing to you the same energy from every corner of your life. The universe rewards the vibration you emit. When you cultivate respect internally, when you live it authentically, it manifests externally as a natural and undeniable truth. You are not asking for respect, you are commanding it, because you have already given it to yourself. This is the spiritual principle of reciprocity, the divine law that honors your worth and reflects it back to you multiplied. Embrace it, live it, and watch as respect flows effortlessly into your life, transforming every relationship and interaction into a sacred exchange of honor.